But anyway, anything else before Chris asks his question? Did you have something else? Or?
Okay. No. I have another question for you.
Yeah, sure.
What about you when you were training these men? What was it about your energy that made these men? What do you think made these men want to come to you for advice?
That's actually a pretty good question. Well, men are a lot different than women in the regard that for men to listen and take you seriously, they need to feel as though you're an actual capable leader and they can learn from you. So, your accomplishments speak for themselves, and then guys will go ahead and decide if they want to fall in line. So with me, right, luckily I got into YouTube when I was already like an adult after I had a career in law enforcement for a while. So, and then I had been training in the gym, lifetime natural athlete, entrepreneur, all this other stuff. So guys, I'm in a position a little bit older now, 33, where I'm able to dispense advice from a wisdom standpoint, and guys really like that. And I'm able to give a very, how do I say this, an unfiltered examination of how the world really works, because we live in this politically correct world nowadays where no one wants to tell men the truth of what it really takes. I tell guys all the time, you are not a woman that can sell feet pictures for $10K a month on OnlyFans. You can't do that. So you have to get out there and work. But a lot of people are scared to say stuff like that because that's considered misogynistic or sexist. But with men, you have to be very honest with them and be competent for them to take you seriously. So very fortunate to have a good amount of supporters.
I just have one last question.
Yeah.
Are you single?
Yeah, for what?
Are
you? That nervous laugh.
No. Well, I mean, the way I do it is I have multiple
The way
chicks.
you do it.
Yeah, he has like four girls.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait, what
How
about
many?
you?
He has like 3 or 4.
What about you?
Yeah.
I'm
Are they
single,
all
but
treated equally?
I'm fucking.
Are they all, Myron, are they all like treated equally? Like if you buy a girl a purse, or you buy the same girl like the same purse, or what do you do?
By far of everything.
Well, it depends, right?
Like you guys share the same purse.
because every girl is different and not all girls want the same thing. But
Okay.
like if she's a main girl, that she gets certain, preference. She gets certain privileges that other girls aren't going to get.
So what makes her the main girl from all the girls if they're all offering the same thing?
Sorry.
This guy. Bro.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, it depends. Every guy has different criteria, right? Some guys are very strict on looks. Some guys are very strict on her past. Whatever. Every guy has different criteria. But for me, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. I mean, I don't know if you want to go into all
What's
that.
your criteria for a woman?
I kind of do.
Wait, who's asking?
She asked.
Her?
Yeah, what are y'all's criteria for a woman that would be worthy to like lock down?
Don't be a hoe.
What qualifies you as a hoe?
Also,
What's your qualification of a
For
hoe?
example, if I was dating you, I would not let you go on a girls trip with 2 of your friends.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah,
It would
so-
never last.
But
You see?
what makes you think
That's
she's
why you're
not
single.
doing
Like,
weird
why?
shit?
Like, what do you think we're doing on these girls trips?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Because I fuck girls like
seriously.
you who come here in Miami for girls
You
trip.
don't fuck girls like
I
me.
don't think so.
Hold on. Let me ask you this, and just so we can get, because I'll get the read on the room, then you can ask your
All right,
question.
cool.
How many of you think it's appropriate for you to go on a girls trip to a foreign location when you have a boyfriend at home? Raise your hands if you think it's okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
do you think we're out
Everybody
here
needs their
fucking,
break.
like-
Now you
Okay,
have, go
but-
ahead, ask your question. Now
No,
they all
but-
think it's appropriate. So
Also,
go ahead.
ask how many guys have we slept with on our trip, and we've been here for 5 days or 4 days or however many.
I mean,
None.
4 days
We haven't
is-
hooked up with anyone. Like we're
Haven't
not
texted
here.
anyone.
So
Yeah.
in my experience, born and raised in County Dade, I'm 35 years old. I've seen a lot, even to a point where I shouldn't say this, but I was like 25, and there was like a bachelorette party, and damn, should I sit on camera? Nah.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You already started.
You
Don't
already
do it.
started.
Started.
All right, so if you're watching, nigga, like your girl isn't faithful. So I fucked the bride, bro. Like the whatever is what it is,
shit.
man.
How long ago was
The
this?
bridesmaid?
It was like 10 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
They
whatever.
forgot about that already.
Hey, listen, and I see girls do many things. They will get a guy's number, and then they say, "Hey, listen, I'm going to," like even recent, like 2 years ago, I had a girl. She left her friends from the club to come stay with me, and for like 3 days, and then her sister actually and her sister's boyfriend, they left her. And they flew back up north, and she was with me for like 2 extra days. So I see it all. And you go, yeah, we're not doing shit. But, I'm looking around right now. It's like, listen, I see red flags. And right, look at her. You got piercings like this.
I mean, honestly,
and tattoos. And But listen,
that's
hey,
just my personality. It fits me.
No, it's fine. But I love girls like that because they're very like spicy, and it's
There's
like
a
it's a one
reason
night
for
stand.
it. There's like a reason.
That's
why
fine. I don't care about the reason. I'm still fucking, but not me and you. But like girls like that, I see. So it's like
I feel like it's appropriate for you to take breaks, to go on a trip with their girls. Like
You
I
need
feel like you
it.
need to
Wait, wait,
open
it's
that
take-
door.
If
Take
you're with your
breaks.
man all the time,
Yeah.
you're gonna get worn out and you're gonna fight all the time.
You need space to
and-
miss
No,
somebody.
absolutely have
Right.
space,
honestly.
but why do you need to go? Well, you
We're
know
gonna
what?
go
How
alone?
about this?
Well,
Let's go. Let's have fun
would
with
you
this.
guys go on a trip?
No, hold on, no, because with women you got to kind of use analogies. So let's go into a dream world real fast, right? Thank you.
There we go.
Let's say, right, me and you are in a relationship hypothetically, right? And I'm going to go to the nightclub and hang out. However, at this nightclub, there's going to be women that are more attractive than you. They're going to be in an abundance. They're going to be offering me free drinks. They're going to be bringing me to their section. They're going to be offering to fly me around and give me money and hook up with me, right? For nothing more than the fact that I'm there and I'm attractive.
It's what you do in that
Hold
situation.
on. Hold on.
Sorry, yeah.
I have a
go ahead.
response for that.
Hold on.
Me too.
Triggered immediately.
As soon as I go into this scenario, I'm going to have all these options of women that are better looking than you, that have more money than you, that have more status than you, that can offer me certain things that you might not be able to offer, right?
Okay.
Would you genuinely want me to go to this environment that could be destructive to our relationship? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're basing
So
your,
we're supposed to be
you're
locked
basing your
up.
Hold
whole
on, one at a
analogy.
time. Yes or no? Realistically, having an honest conversation with yourself, do you think, would you feel okay with me going to this location knowing that there's going to be better looking women that are going to give me money, that are going to fly me out, give me free liquor, and want to fuck me? Would you be okay with me going?
So like basic answer, no.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, because
be
it
okay.
depends on what you do in the situation. And
Yeah,
you're basing our
what I
relationship
mean.
on the fact that you're physically attracted to me, and that's it. So you're saying that these bitches are, I'm allowed
No,
to
you're fine, go
curse, right? That these girls are more attractive or whatever. So is that all you want? Like
I'll
we're
give
only
you
together?
a chance to explain, but you're saying you'd be okay with it,
Yeah.
knowing that. Okay, what
Yeah.
about you?
I'd be okay.
You
with
okay
that.
with it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna
Interesting.
open the door for a person to fail. If they want to fail, that's their decision.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah.
So you're-
That's
so
a
you're
good
okay
That
with
shows
it?
me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where loyalty comes
What about
in.
you?
I'd be definitely okay with it. A relationship is all about trust, And if
Interesting.
I don't got it like that, then go find better.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you worked really hard, saved up $200,000, and you bought a Lamborghini, okay,
vroom vroom.
would you feel comfortable parking it in the hood? Yes or no?
Would I feel comfortable? Depends if I need to be in the hood, then I would take my chances.
I have insurance.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to be there, but you're just parking it there
Insurance,
anyway.
Geico.
Hold on. You don't need to be there, but you're parking it there anyway. Would you feel
Why?
okay with that?
Would I
Yes or
feel
no?
okay to park my Lamborghini in
Yeah.
the hood?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes or no question.
no.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I got insurance. And if I have money till I get a Lambo, I'll just buy another one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd be okay with parking your Lambo there?
Yeah, it's very
If you have no
situational.
choice,
Like, why am I there?
Yeah. Like if you have no choice,
I gotta
you're
go to
gonna.
Philly for something.
Right. My friend lives in Philly. I'm gonna go to my friend's house.
Your answers are very, very interesting, ladies. And I know why they're giving these answers, but we'll get into that in a second. All right, what about you?
I mean,
Would you feel comfortable parking your Lambo in the hood?
Well, respectfully, yeah, I got a Kia and I live in Philly. Like, I'm already at risk all the time. I'm already in
But, like,
danger.
you're not safe just because you live in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make
That's
you.
right.
You're safer.
Debatable.
Not really.
Not really.
I mean,
If anything, you're more of a target.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
this is
that's
a
my
very
neighborhood.
this is a really good example of privilege is invisible to those that have it. So women don't have to work for their value to attract the opposite gender, but men do. So it's easy for you guys to speak from a privileged position of never really having to build yourself up. You don't have to worry about building up your looks, building up your status, building up your money, and working really hard to achieve a certain level before the opposite gender recognizes you. Men, we have to build our value. Women are given their value. So for you guys, you're speaking from a position of privilege where it's like, oh yeah, I got insurance on it. I'll get another one, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing how hard it is to get a Lamborghini in the first place. So in other words, it's not easy for a guy to get a girlfriend. It's not easy for a man to get a hot girl. So if he gets her, he's going to be territorial to some degree with that woman. But, for you guys, you don't look at it that way because women don't necessarily earn their value with attracting the opposite gender. So it's easy for you guys to say, oh, I'd let them go. Trust. Yeah, all this other stuff.
Do it.
Because you don't have any skin in the game. But once you have skin in the game, I promise you, your mindset would change a lot. But again, your answers are very indicative of female answers that don't understand the struggle of the male experience.
Well,
But, sorry.
I have a point to make to you. Didn't
Sure.
you say that society is backwards and that basically all this shit like feminism and all this stuff, technically since our society is now women have to stand up more and now they're providing for their men, technically now we do have to prove our value. Because in society, now things are kind of more balanced.
But you guys fail to realize you guys give us our value.
Right. And like
you
think
guys are the
about-
reason why we are the way we are.
And how much work we even put into that value, quote unquote. Like, what are you saying? My looks? Like, we came here all dolled up? Like,
Exactly. And,
No,
and
a
also, like,
woman-
our appearance, like, taking care of
basically-
ourselves is expensive.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to explain is that when a woman turns 18 years old, right, and she's attractive, she effectively has the world at her fingertips. It's up to her how she wants to move with that, right? Some girls are smart and they get married young to a successful guy and they're able to build a family and, you know, they were able to cash out their chips while they were up. And then other women kind of want to play the game and stay in the casino a little bit longer. And then they wait till they're in their 30s and then they're not able to get the same caliber of guy that they were able to get 10 years prior. So it's up to the girl to kind of spend her money the way she wants. But I always kind of liken it to women being trust fund babies and men are self-made millionaires. So women get their money up front.
Right.
But
So-
I also say 18 years old me looks completely different than what I look like now.
Right.
My attractiveness, that's kind of how I built myself up over the years. I wasn't like, 18, beauty queen, like standing
Yeah,
here.
but
Actually,
there's,
that ties
there's
to my question, by the way.
biological indicators that just make a woman inherently attractive.
Right.
Once they
you
hit
know, between
18.
18 to 24. Like I know some girls say, "Well, I'm more hot at 27," you know, because you're looking at other things. But men and women are very different. What men find beautiful and what men are most attracted to might not necessarily align with what women find attractive. Does that
But I
make
think
sense?
you're talking about physical appearance again, and even my mindset shifting from
But that's
like
the
going from
predominant-
18
actually.
to 23.
but physical appearance is the predominant
It's what you notice
category
first.
that
What you
men
see
find.
first.
But
Yeah.
that's
Sure.
your
For women.
opinion,
Yeah.
you know. A lot of I wouldn't want to marry a guy who wants to marry an 18-year-old. You know what I mean?
That's,
Yeah,
that's,
that's,
but
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
My
yeah.
brain is not even developed
hold
yet.
on. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Men universally prefer women between 18 and 24.
That's
not
not
just
true.
disgusting.
I
Wait,
disagree.
Wait.
Why,
Sorry,
though?
ladies. Actually, that was my question of tonight. So, ladies, do you think women over 35 should be taken seriously for a long-term relationship
Yes.
with a high
Absolutely.
value
Yeah.
man?
Yes.
Because
Well,
you
how
girls
old
are
are
what?
you?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Like you're asking
You
for
girls are what? What's the
I'm almost
22.
30 years old.
Okay, so 29 and you're
22.
okay.
23.
22.
23.
So should a guy take it seriously if you're single and then you're 35?
Men do take me seriously.
A
And
high value guy, like
a
should-
high
should
value
you really-
fucking man. I know many
Okay.
high value men
But why?
who would actually think it's disgusting to date such a girl whose brain is not even developed yet.
Okay. How about you?
I feel like
March.
it all has to come with like comparison to mindset. You know, if you feel like you're compatible with a 19-year-old, go ahead, marry her. But if
Okay.
you feel like you're not compatible, like mentally wise, like goal wise or family oriented wise, then don't. But honestly, some girls, okay, yeah, they marry at 19. What? To be separated or divorced at what, 25, 26?
Mm.
And now you just like lost value because you were already married and divorced.
Okay.
You know, so it all depends.
I'd argue a woman that got married young and gets divorced later on has more value than a girl that's been single that entire time.
Wait, what makes a girl valuable?
Why
though?
is that?
Exactly.
See?
what?
There you go.
Yeah,
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Like, see,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
I'm confused.
Okay.
this is
I
the
was
disconnect.
saying no.
Yeah.
I was
See-
saying that comment because I've lived through it. That I've seen women marry this person from the ground where they have nothing, and then that person gets
Speak to the mic.
successful. Oh, that person gets successful, and then they leave her for a younger girl.
All right, hold on. Let me ask y'all a question because this is gonna really these answers you guys are giving is very telling. So, who do you think has more value in the dating marketplace? A girl that was married at, let's say, 18 and gets divorced at 25 and was with that guy the whole time, or a girl that's 25 years old that was single those 7 years?
So you're saying values the fact that
I
she
don't
fucked
view
a
that
guy.
as her shit
hold
together.
on. Please answer the question.
I don't view the dating
men-
scene as marketplace.
That's where, okay, anyway.
It's not a shopping spree.
It is. We are all here competing to a degree. That's just how it is. Because if you want a man, you're especially a guy that's more attractive, that by definition means you're taking him from another female, which means you're in competition, whether you want to accept it or not. There's not enough good-looking, attractive men that have their shit
That
together
is
to go
true.
around.
You're right about
Yeah.
that.
There's
So if you
always
have
gonna
one,
be competition.
So if you have
always.
one, by definition, you took him from someone else.
Yeah.
So let's go back to what I was saying. Who do you think has more value in the dating marketplace? Okay, a 25-year-old woman that was single those 7 years from 18 to 25, or a woman that was married those years and got divorced at 25? Who do you think is going to be more attractive to the man? I don't care about your opinion.
Does she have kids
What do
or
you-
no?
No kids. We'll start here, or work our way around.
I think the single one.
The single one. Okay. What about you?
Same. Single one.
Wow.
The
Okay.
one who's never been with someone.
Yeah.
The one that was single the whole time.
Yes.
What about you?
Single.
What about you?
The girl, single girl.
Wow, you guys are all dead wrong. Incredible.
Well, can I
This,
ask you a
this,
question?
this
then?
goes to show.
Opinion.
I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Most women don't really know what men want.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
But-
You guys don't know what you want.
Right. Zero clue.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
You guys don't know what you want.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like men, right? Like this is the thing, right? So like with men, if a man doesn't understand what women want, there's a consequence. You're not attractive. Girls don't take you seriously. They don't want to date you. You're basically involuntary celibate. Women, on the other hand, they might not understand men, but it doesn't matter because guys are going to come up to them anyway. Ladies, if I was to ask most guys, they would prefer to be with the girl that was married at one point and got divorced and doesn't have kids versus the girl that was single all those years. Because we know if she was married all that time, she probably wasn't around doing, being promiscuous. The likelihood of her being promiscuous goes down.
See, but I thought of it more as like if you were.
No
A
comment.
girl that's been single for 7 years is a huge red flag versus a girl that was married for a prolonged period of time and ended up divorcing the guy.
What about if it's a girl that's been in relationships and is not willing to settle for this person,
Well, knowing the way that modern day women date, a lot of the times, there'll be flings here, there'll be a relationship here, maybe one night stand here, girl trips here, blah, blah, blah. Like in that 7-year span, she probably had more interactions with the opposite gender than the woman that was married to the guy. So a better candidate that men would preferably pick is probably the woman that was married for 7 years that wasn't single and on the market for all that time.
Yeah.
But that's your concern, is that she was sleeping around during those 7 years, but that was prior to you.
Yeah, why does that matter?
Why does it matter?
Yeah. I
hoe
mean,
in
and
high
again,
school.
we're implying
Okay, hold
that
on,
she
let me
was,
ask you a question.
Well,
Stop
one
the show.
second. Hold on. Because I wasn't. Hold on.
You gotta finish your point.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
finish your
my point because you're assuming that she's going around sleeping with people, but like as someone who is single, the last time I hooked up with a guy was months ago. Because
Stop the cap.
No,
No,
it's true.
yeah,
She actually said it backstage.
yeah.
She said it backstage.
She's not lying.
Work
Yeah.
so many hours in the week, and then I go to the jet. Like I take care of myself. When you're young, you want to build yourself up to get these high value men, because if I'm taking care of myself, I'll be able to attract somebody who's the same way. So
Okay.
I'm not going around, even in Miami, like that wasn't our concern. We were in the club, we were hanging out with each other. Like you can ask Charlie, he's back
Charlie.
there somewhere. Like we were, the three of us were just like in our own little world, in our own little bubble, not with men, not talking to guys, not trying to
Are you bi?
fuck someone. Am I bi? No.
Okay, so this is a perfect example of solipsism, which means the world kind of revolves around me. Do you think other women are exercising that discipline that you're exercising?
But you're thinking
Hold
that
on.
women
Answer
are
the
all
question.
the same.
I'm not saying that, but you think most women that are doing the things that we described are not having sex?
Are you able to speak for most women? Like, do you have a statistic somewhere that says
The world
most women go to the
operates-
club and fuck someone?
The world operates on generalities typically. So what I'm asking you simply is that, do you think most women that live that kind of lifestyle are as disciplined as you?
I don't know. I can't speak for most women.
Okay, well the answer is no, which is why you're flexing it right now.
But how do you know?
The
That's my
answer-
question: is how do you know?
Because when a girl, right? It's just numbers. If a girl's going out all the time, she's around men all the time, she's partying, she's doing things, blah blah blah. The likelihood of her getting into sexual interactions with men goes up significantly based on the interactions that she has with men. It's just simple numbers. So I know what you're saying. Well, I'm disciplined. I'm not necessarily hooking up with the guys that I meet at the club, blah blah. Cool. That might be
three
you.
of us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her
fantastic.
choice.
That's her
Fantastic. But let me tell you this: just because you guys don't doesn't mean most girls that come to Miami aren't.
But we're also not
Can I
speaking
say
for
something,
those
though?
girls either.
I
Like
think-
this is us talking.
Yeah,
about
I get that,
us.
but you got to understand that your personal experience might not necessarily be indicative of how things
right,
go.
but then their personal
Same as
experience
hers.
isn't
But
indicative
you're-
of ours either.
Wait, but can
like,
I
you
s-
can't compare us just because of them.
But
When we're
also,
telling you.
I think girls would rather hook up with the same person over and over and
Yeah,
over than get new
than
bodies
another guy,
every
yeah.
Definitely
single time.
sex is
like a
better
Russian
with someone you
Your
know.
biggest concern should be the girl going back to the same guy rather than the girl going to other
But that
people.
does not change the fact that girls go on girls trips and do certain things to open themselves up to other potential mates that might be of higher status or whatever. Girls like to go to travel, go to different places because they're kind of
So am
able
I
to.
supposed to be
Wait,
locked
wait,
up?
Wait,
Things there.
but
Relationship?
we wouldn't have to do that if you guys were doing your job.
Like, there's guys in Philly. I don't have to
No,
go
it's
to a
not
new
even about
city
the
to
job
find someone
wise.
to hook up with.
Here-
Just
here's
because
the
I'm in a
problem.
relationship,
Look,
I need to be locked up?
Ladies. When we're having conversations, we're talking about in generalities. Just because you guys might not do something doesn't mean that other women aren't.
Correct.
Most girls that come to Miami on a girls trip are coming here to get fucked. Just because you guys aren't does not necessarily mean
Most
that a
girls
I think
majority
you're
of women.
projecting.
Are you at the
Yeah,
airport?
that-
I'm
hold on.
projecting.
But
You're
that does not
projecting.
mean, can you please stop interrupting? But that does not necessarily mean, just because you're not doing it doesn't mean that a majority of women aren't coming here to do it.
Yeah.
But how do you know that is my question.
Because-
where are you getting that from?
Yeah.
Who
It's
told you
giving
that
social
all the
media.
statistics- majority of women that are coming to Miami are coming here to get fucked? I don't think so.
No.
You don't think
Is it
so?
is it Miami specifically, you think, or is it just girls trip in general? Like, what if we were going to
Typically,
I
when
don't
girls
know,
go on
Ohio.
girls trips to Miami, Las Vegas, Nashville,
So it's the
any of these
city.
party cities, right?
yeah.
In a group,
it's a party city?
they're
period.
there to party and have a good time, and sex is a component of that. Now, just because you guys might not do that doesn't necessarily mean that other girls won't. Let's say 10 girls go on girls trips, right? In different groups. Your group might not do it, but the other 7 or 8 probably will be doing it.
So as a guy, you're going into a club. How do you know which girl is or isn't? Like,
I mean, just talk to them.
that's
Right.
Can you
Yeah.
see it on the
But
ring? Like, can you see it in their eyes?
So going back to what you were saying, Chris, sorry to interrupt, is you were looking around the room when you're seeing the red flags. So looking at us 3 and what I just told you, you wouldn't have known that by looking at us, would you? So you're saying that's what it takes is the conversation.
Basically, if I'm in a club, right, and I see you like you're 3, right, and I see you like a bunch of girls, right, talk to the girls, like, you know, I've built my value up or whatever. She mentioned that you know, most girls want to fuck one guy or a high value guy. So it's like guys will see signs, right? So hey, what's your number? What's going on? And guys would hit up every girl. Hey, what are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? What? And then whoever bites, like a fisherman. Like if I'm throwing a cast, and then whoever bites,
That's
you
what
know,
it
like
is.
we're fucking. And
Right.
you know, lo and behold, like I've had to, you know, double book and hey Chris, where are you? I had a girl over, like, yeah, I'm busy, I see you, and that's what happens. But I've worked hard to get to a certain point where I can double book, more or less, because there was one point where I was not fucking Miami for at least 2 years.
So
Right.
question for you, do you think more often than not women do bite? So everybody that you meet at the
Oh
club.
yeah, because you know, at the end of the day, if you're in a club with your girls and then you know you don't want to be bought at the club, because if I had a section and I see you and then I'm like trying to, you know, talk to you or whatnot, and you're like, nah, yeah, whatever, it's bitch, get out my section, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's more or less you would definitely fall into, you know, into the guy who's trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing too. Like, I get it. You guys are saying, well, not every girl that comes to Miami wants to fuck. Here's the thing. Let's just use common sense here. If you're drinking alcohol, you're around your friends. Maybe there's drugs involved. You're around guys that have money and status, right? And these guys are looking to smash. And you know that, okay, if we don't give it up, they're probably going to kick us out their section, or I won't be allowed to have
Hasn't
certain
happened.
experiences.
Yeah.
That happens a lot of times because a lot of guys that come here on some type of timing. So if you don't want to do it and you're not interested, you might get kicked out the section. So a lot of girls will be like, you know what, man, we're here to have fun, etc. We're gonna make it happen. So does every group of girls come here just to get smashed? No, but I would argue a staggering majority definitely do come here
Yeah,
to
pretty much.
be able to have fun.
Oh, they come
without
here, right?
discretion,
They
right?
come here, right?
Without being judged or whatever. And it is what it is. I mean, just because y'all don't do it doesn't mean that a majority of girls aren't doing it.
So
But I think
So-
there's